Hello, everybody. It's me, Dispeller. I'm here to read chapter, or day 4, I guess, of our book. This one is on respect, specifically self-respect, which in the moment is a very timely topic because I do have self-respect and I've done things that obviously were not kept in confidence by somebody that at the time I thought was a friend. And come to find out, never was. Hi, Shalima. It all starts out with the love bombing process and feeling like you're special to somebody. You're their, closest confidant. And you trust that person and you share information in confidence with them, frustrations that you have about people, about situations, and things. And then when they decide that something's not comfortable for them, you're not singing their praises enough, there's other people that are noticing them more and giving them more accolades than you do, then you are devalued, you are smeared, you're slandered, you're defamed, and people are turned against you. Hi, Masked Spoofer. As was done with me recently on the Pandora channel, if you care to check it out. I will never deny all the things that I said. She actually did post the actual texts that I had in private with her. However, usually when you share things in private and confidence, you sort of expect them to stay there. I think if we evaluated the whole entire world of people, there could be anybody that posted things or shared things with people they thought were friends privately and in confidence that did that because they didn't have to fear later on having those things be posted in public. That happens all the time in society, with celebrities, with people in the media, where people share private photos of the past. Maybe somebody was involved in an industry before they became famous and they leak those photos. They call it leaking. Usually in a true friendship, actually always in a true friendship, that doesn't happen. You share something, it stays between you and them. Because feelings change, situations change. Maybe you have a distrust of somebody, you share that in confidence with your friend, and later on, as you get to know the person, you don't distrust them anymore. So generally, you don't expect somebody that was your friend to later on then post the private conversation you had with them where you shared something that you didn't trust that person. But apparently, this is YouTube, and anything goes on YouTube, especially with cases of narcissistic people that always have to come out looking like the good guy in the end because they can't handle owning responsibility for their actions because it makes them feel ashamed. And shame is something a narcissist runs from like the plague. Clearly, something that kind of started out as a sort of, I guess, friendship became a case study for me, and that's where I'm at now with it. The more that there are reactions against me, the more I'm intrigued and interested in finding out, in case I ever run across this again, what makes them tick, so to speak, or ticked in this case. Anyhow, I don't really care who comes out shining. It doesn't matter to me because in my father's eyes, I'm the apple of his eye. So I already shine with him. And I don't have to do shady stuff and post people's private conversations to be somebody that's a good person. I either am or I'm not. And if you don't think I am, then you probably shouldn't be with me in my chat room or listening to me, unless you consider me a case study, which is fine too. Anyway, after the narcissist decides that you no longer are who they want, or maybe you decide that they're not somebody you want in your life, you finally decide you're done. Then the narcissist starts devaluing you and telling themselves, well, I really didn't want that person in my life anyway. They're this, this, this. They're a liar. They're this and that. And they say this and do this and whatever. And they paint you in their mind and everybody else as black. They're very black and white thinkers. There is no gray area in there. Well, maybe this person was having a bad day. Maybe that's how they felt then, and now they're okay with this person. Nope, that never enters the narcissist's mind.
They just simply paint you as all black, all white. And of course, they bring in their new replacement for you in the meantime. I went through this with Becky for sure. She brought in my ex-best friend as my replacement right in front of my face. And there we go. So then I was replaced. I was devalued. I was discarded. I was lied about. All kinds of weird stuff was brought up against me. In this current case, my actual conversations that were done in confidence were shared. So all that says to me is you might not want to be real close to that person, and don't think anything you share in confidence will stay in confidence, because with that person, I could tell you it won't. Pandora loves posting private conversations. It's what she does. As long as she can look good and look better than you in her eyes, she will do anything she can to paint you as this ugly, terrible, awful person. I'll definitely make you a mod. Did you go and watch the videos? I'm sorry, but I'm going to speak out when I'm being slandered and smeared by my own private conversations. I'm going to have something to say about it. And I'm sure that gives her some good narcissistic supply too. So there you go. That's what you wanted all along anyway, wasn't it? You wanted me to react so you could get your supply source and come out looking like the good guy. Look at this person over here is awful, and I'm the good one. Okay, if you think sharing confidences is good and makes you a good person, I guess share away. I mean, seriously, I don't know who you were as a child or growing up or whatever your issues are, but they're not my issues, and you're not going to project them onto me. You can own all that nasty, ugly stuff you're doing. I'm not posting your private conversations on here. I don't think I've posted one of your private conversations on here. Maybe 3 years ago I might have, when I got angry and didn't know how to react to it. But I don't do people that way, because I am a good person. And you could be too if you really wanted to, but I'm beginning to wonder if that's even possible, because just when I think things settled down with you and you have your new friends and you're happy, blah, 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 then the slander starts up. Then the smears start up. And I'm not foolish enough to think that if your new friends see you doing this, that they're going to say, oh my gosh, she's not somebody I want to be close to. Now, what they'll do is they won't get close to you. They'll just pretty much stay off to the side and just observe what's happening to all the other people as you do the same thing to them and cycle through the whole thing again. But that's your cycle. It's not mine. I'm not part of it. I told you I was done with you. I meant it. But you can post whatever you need to, I guess, if that makes you feel better about yourself. It's not affecting me any other than to tell you that, okay, I said that stuff about Hillary. Hillary and I can talk. I'm pretty sure Hillary's a pretty calculating person, that she can speak for herself, and we could talk on the phone and iron this all out. And I can say, hey, Hill, at the time I didn't trust you. At the time I did think you were moving in on my husband, just like I felt Pandora was. Although I feel more like Pandora was than Hillary was at this point. But I didn't trust people back then. I'd have been hurt probably by you, Pandora, actually. So I didn't trust people back then, back in the day. And I didn't know who was trustworthy. And I talked to my husband about it, and I got angry about it and defensive, and we talked it out, and he showed me Hillary's a good person. She's not somebody you have to worry about doing anything to us or me or you or whoever. And we've gotten to know Hillary, and we're cool with Hillary now. As far as Richard Graper, I think Richard Graper knows where I stand regarding him. I don't agree with, I don't trust the stuff he's involved in or was involved in. He knew that. Did I tolerate him and be kind to him on your channel because you decided he was your boss and your friend? Oh, definitely. Because that's what you do when you have best friends, or so I thought you were. You get along with the people that they like, whether you like them or not, because you want to have your friend. I didn't realize that being a best friend to you left it open for you to then share everything that you shared in confidence with you on public media for all the world to see, literally the world. because YouTube goes out across the world. So all you're doing by doing that is showing people in your room, your newcomers, don't trust me, because anything you share with me will be posted later if I get mad at you. Or if you decide you're done with me, I will smear you all over to the ends of the earth. I will make you look bad. I'll try to make you look bad. I will post every private conversation you and I had together, because nothing is private with me. Keep exposing yourself there, Pandora. Keep doing that. You're doing a great job. I'm sure people are singing your praises and seeing you as the queen that you actually are. Because most decent people that know how to be a true friend, keep confidence is confident. Pretty sure. I mean, I don't remember ever sharing something with someone on a post or a video in public that they confided in me in private. Now, if I did, y'all can come to me and say, hey, that's not true, Dispeller. You shared this and that. Now, I know one person, I did share something in general about something that happened with family. And they said that they felt betrayed. How could I do that? At the time, I didn't see it as wrong. I felt like it was something just said in general that this person understands because they've been through it. I didn't mean to hurt that person. I did apologize to them. We have not talked it out since then. And there are apparently other things I did to that person that offended them and upset them enough that they ended the friendship. Okay, if I'm not a safe person, then you should end your friendship with me. Like I did with you, Pandora, because you're not a safe person. You're not a confidant. You're not someone I can trust. You've shown over 3 years' time that not only do you love bomb, but once you got me where you want me, and you used me for a while to do your bidding, whether it's through making videos. I agree. Making videos that I guess you can giggle and have fun, and we can look like the good little best friend couple pair partners. You do that, and then when I finally start seeing that you're doing stuff that I'm not comfortable with, and I tell you that, then I am target. Then I am public enemy number 1, slated for punishment, which usually involves you deciding that you're done with me or me deciding I'm done with you. This is the cycle that we've exhibited for people on YouTube over 3 years. A cycle of narcissistic abuse, a cycle of codependency, dependency, people addiction on my end. I was addicted to you and addicted to just thinking we were partners and having fun and thinking that things would be better. Yep. People addiction. That has always been my problem, my struggle. That doesn't make me a sinner. That makes me somebody that really feels felt I needed somebody in my life that I felt was a partner that had things in common with me, that in a sense completed me. And I don't mean that in any weird term. So don't go there either, because the last narcissist tried to say that I was attracted to her in an ungodly way. And that doesn't fly for me either. So you may not even want to try that tactic. It doesn't work. Really, nothing you're doing is working other than for me to come out and speak my truth. And I will always do that. I don't feel that even that little bit of feeding your narcissistic supply is causing any harm to me. It's just basically exposing you as who you are and what you do, because it's what you've been doing for a long time. 3 years. That's a long time of my life to have spent thinking that you could be a better person, thinking that you were somebody that I really could be in a partnership on here with. My bad. My bad. Really my bad. Anyway, so after you decided, I decided this time that I couldn't be part of some of the things you were doing in your chat room. You decided, I can no longer be your friend. I don't want anything to do with you. I no longer look up to you. Yeah, I fell off your pedestal, didn't I? But this time it didn't hurt me because I didn't let you get that close this time. You didn't know this, but I was keeping you at arm's length this time around because I had a feeling that people on here that had warned me about you were right, and that I would find out the hard way that they were right again. And this time I was determined for you not to utterly dash me in pieces like you did the last couple times it happened, or the last Many times it happened. So I was guarded the entire time. Good morning, Angie. Anyway, if anybody wants to watch those lovely smear videos that were done so eloquently by her new talent of making nasty videos to hurt people, go to Pandora's channel. I'm sure you'll get some viewing enjoyment out of it. As she goes on her vacation, she can carry all this with her in her mind that once again, I have stripped the mask off of you for what and who you are. Anywho, so once I told you I was done with you, as far as you told me you were finished with me, I said, okay, that's cool. Me too. Later. Then it began. Then the videos started coming out. Then you started having your room where you smeared me like crazy. Thank you, Spoof. How's that working for you? Seriously, how's that working for you? Is that helping you be a better person? Is that making you feel like a good Christian? Because I know when I say bad things about people that aren't true, that doesn't make me feel good about myself. I've been kind of wondering that, Christina, but that is possible and yet very highly intelligent. She's no dummy. She's very intelligent. I'll never say anything less than that. She's got to be very intelligent to make all these videos and do all this stuff and sit and calculate. Well, Dee Dee said this, so I'm going to do that. You got to be intelligent. It's really not an easy thing to be technologically savvy on here, to make videos at the right time and phrase them in such a way to slander me and make me look bad. She's very good at doing that. She's been very good at doing that. But recently, really expertise on some of these colorful videos. Oh, it's be yourself, not beyond yourself. Although sometimes he can be beyond himself. Anyway, yeah, so I guess what you forget to realize, Pandora, is that I'm trained in this stuff. 4 years of training in this. They didn't specifically deal with narcissism and narcissistic abuse, but they definitely taught me about mindsets that are not healthy and are toxic, and to beware and to avoid. And I didn't listen because I really thought you were a better person. I thought deep down inside, somehow, some way, we could have been those YouTube partners and have that channel everybody enjoyed. In fact, the last thing I said to you before we split was, I think we should do a channel together. And you said, yeah, I think so too, Dee Dee. Remember? Yeah, that's conniving. Exactly, Christina. Anyhow, so you've managed to get some people over to your side, so to speak, because there's like sides of the fence now, as we have on here. Congratulations. You enjoy those people. I hope you treat them well, because when they were here, I did my best to treat them well. I didn't always succeed at that. And sometimes I don't realize that what I say when I'm under duress or whatever, usually when I'm with you, makes me be ugly towards people a little bit and portray things that I don't really mean to say the way I say them, which is why Matthew's taking over largely the whole new channel, because I won't have to be bothered with it. I won't have to be bothered with people that are narcissistic, that want to abuse me, chew me up and spit me out when they're done with me, replace me right in front of my face, and slander me after that. I'll be done with that. I won't ever have to deal with that again online, because my husband's in charge and he sees through stuff. He's not a dummy. Anyway, and that's how it should have been to begin with. We should have been partnered. And because I had the YouTube channel for so long, I was like, no, mine. I want my channel. I just kind of, you do your thing, I'll do mine. That didn't work because that creates division. Two separate visions. I should have known this. Create a division. And that's where people were almost able to come in between and divide us. And that's not happening. We've fought too hard for our marriage. We've been together, 7 years now? Yeah, like 7 years. And those 7 years were fraught with a lot of bickering and fighting and trying to mesh together two personalities. Years of therapy, which, by the way, I read that too. Oh, you guys need therapy. You need counseling. We've been in counseling. What are you talking about? There's been a few months that we haven't, but we've seen counselors. We've seen counselors since we met, pretty much, because I demanded that anybody I dated was going to be in therapy, because I didn't want this stuff happening in my marriage. I didn't want to be marrying a narcissist, for sure. Hard enough having them as so-called friends, but married to them, no thank you. Anyway, so after that, yes, the discard happened, the devaluation, the replacement, and then singing the praises of your new people, which I know that just goes with the whole narcissistic cycle. I was happy that you had new people. I was not happy that you were slandering me to them, but it is what you do. It is your pattern. It is your cycle. It's what you've done for 3 years. And I guess I was the one that was exhibiting insanity because I was expecting things to be different. I was literally expecting things to turn out differently. My husband and I both told you on the phone, congratulations, Pandora. We've seen change in you. We've seen growth in you. We really think this time around, you and Dee Dee, which at the time I was, are going to work it out. You're going to be great partners together. Foolish us, I guess. No, we weren't foolish. We just believed in you. We thought this was different. We thought it was going to be okay. We really believed that. But thanks for proving us wrong again. Anyhow, let's read our chapter here. I just want to do the little prelude there to let everybody know what's going down about me right now. Go over to the Pandora channel. Check it out for yourself, those lovely videos. That is known as a smear campaign, by the way. And it's been going on for quite some time. Anyway, Richard, you already know where I stand with you, and you know why I stand that way with you. I will always be cordial to you. I do find you entertaining and funny at times. I always have. But as far as being up on a panel with me, no, that won't happen unless I happen to be on a panel and my husband invites you in. We will always be kind to you and cordial, but that doesn't mean I like everything you stand for. It doesn't mean I trust you. It doesn't mean I don't feel intimidated by you, because I do, which I think you like that. Anyway, that's where that stands. But yeah, those videos, anybody that has questions about it, you want to come to me and say, Dee Dee, did you really say that to Dispeller? Yeah, I did. I said those things in confidence to Pandora. And now all the world can see the private conversations I had with her about people, about things. Yeah, because she doesn't keep confidences, y'all. So please do yourself a favor. If you do decide to be her friend, realize that anything you say can and will be used against you at a later date when she decides it's time to do the devaluation discard process of the narcissistic abuse. Next, respect. Did you work too hard to maintain your recent relationship? Bend over backwards, swallow your pride, play the doormat to prevent any conflicts? Did you deny yourself or put down your power to please another? Or perhaps you were a rescuer, always ready to save your lovers from themselves, no matter how great the price you had to pay for them, ever hopeful that you could change them for the better. That's too bad. Few lovers who need rescuing respond as you'd hope. And let's be honest, rescue acts are often control games in disguise. In the best kinds of love, you can love and accept a lover without having to manage his or her emotional baggage as well as your own. When it feels like all that you are is not enough for the other person, you're not being appreciated for your own unique goodness. If the relationship is just too much work, face it. Your dearly beloved may just not be worthy of your precious time, at least as far as you are concerned. Everyone has something that's essential to his or her own inner glory. But in an unhealthy or stale relationship, you can lose, sacrifice, or hide your inner lights because you're too busy dragging your mate out of the dark. This is the day to relearn your value. It's a day for discovering all of the things you've learned over the past year or so, but have failed to give yourself credit for. This exercise will help you to further celebrate your personal value. We all have to stand at ease within ourselves because we can stand to love another. How should you do this? Do something that you really want to do but have put off for too long. Clean out the garage, join a salsa dance group, reconnect with friends you've neglected, or start building a house. It really doesn't matter what you choose to do as long as it's something that's genuinely a part of you, something that you want to explore or create, something that you initiate all on your own. Okay, have a good day at work. Our sense of our own value is determined by who we are and what we do. When we're in an unhealthy relationship, we often lose sight of who we are, and as our identity becomes weakened, so does our ability to achieve those things that are central to us. It's easy to let go of our gifts when we're totally preoccupied with just staying afloat. So get busy, not merely busy work, busy, but productively busy. Do something that doesn't just occupy your time, but genuinely expresses and enriches the best that's within you. By doing this, you'll begin to become reacquainted with your personal uniqueness, with those lovable things that made you perfect in the first place. Some suggestions. It's best to invest your time in something that only you can complete on your own. Make it something whose positive results will be around for a long time. If you're able, make it something that creates new opportunities for you in the future. No easy answers come to mind. Spend more time thinking, yet for many of you, the project ideas will come readily. Make a list of them. When your list feels complete, choose the one thing you'll start first. When you know you have both the will and the means to complete your project, then begin it. Imagine that your project is like a train that will stop at only the right stations and pick up only the right passengers who can help you to get to where you've elected to go. And along the way, be your own best supporter. So here's some ways to do this. Get a good night's sleep. Separations can have a couple of unexpected outcomes. As your body senses an emergency, your mind might otherwise refuse to acknowledge. Don't be surprised if you start losing weight at the rate of up to 2 pounds a week. I wish. And start losing sleep at the rate of up to 4 hours per night. If these things happen to you, your response may be positive or negative to either or both. For example, losing a lover is a painful way to go on a diet. But if you needed to lose weight, it may be a welcome side effect. The experience is usually less harmful than using cigarette smoking for weight control anyway. By the way, this says lover. This can apply to friends, lovers, family, whatever, whoever the breakup happens with. The same kind of logic might arise if you find yourself able to sleep only half the night. Think of all the extra work you can get done, or the books you'll have time to read, or those new movie rentals you've meant to catch up on. But don't let the pattern continue. Self-induced fatigue can be deadly if it prevails too long. It can impair your judgment, your driving skills, your impulse control, shorten your patience in the face of such stresses as difficult divorce negotiations, and lead to untypical outbursts of temper that can result in consequences that may damage you for years to come. Loss of sleep will also deprive you of the time you need for dreaming. Some scientists believe that dreaming allows our brains to purge themselves of residue or problems encountered during the day. Dr. William Dement, a Stanford University professor, is known as one of the world's leading authorities on sleep. Dement says that there is plenty of compelling evidence supporting the argument that sleep is the most important predictor of how long you will live, perhaps more important than whether you smoke, exercise, or have high blood pressure or a cholesterol level. Interesting that the stuff that's going on right now, I can almost guarantee you there's not enough sleep happening, because actually I heard somebody say that out of their own mouth, that they're not sleeping right. You might want to try to catch up on some Z's. That might help you feel better. Just saying. Okay. In short, to stay mentally and physically fit, you need to get a good rest every night of the week. For most, that means 7.5 to 8 uninterrupted hours of sleep, especially if you might otherwise be tempted to hang around someplace where you can ease your loneliness by having a beer or 3 with people you really don't care about. How do you accomplish that when your body's alarms are ringing stay awake all night long? Provided your insomnia is a new condition resulting from your breakup, you probably don't need to take sleep-inducing drugs. You need a plan. So here's your plan. The first phase of a good night's rest begins right now with an assessment of your sleep tools. Are your mattress and pillow comfortable? Is the room in which you sleep dark and quiet enough to permit you to rest undisturbed? If not, fix these problems as soon as you can. The next phase of a good night's sleep begins in the afternoon when you avoid all drinks that contain caffeine. While most caffeine is flushed from your system within a few hours of ingestion, you may now be extra sensitive to its stimulating effects. So keep a 10-hour interval between coffee or tea time and bedtime to be safe. You can use other foods to make you more ready to sleep. Tryptophan is an essential amino acid that has proven to be an effective antidepressant. Tryptophan is also known to be useful as a sleep enhancer. It's found in abundance in such foods as fish, turkey, chicken, cottage cheese, avocados, bananas, and wheat germ. So instead of warm milk and cookies, try some guacamole before bedtime. If you'd like, buy some melatonin tablets at a health food store and take one along with your snack. Always set aside rest time so that you can wake up in the morning without using an alarm clock. Say goodnight to friends at least half an hour before bedtime and begin your preparations for the relief that will follow. Spend that last half hour outside of the bedroom. You want to teach your body to associate your bed only with sleep. Go to bed only when you're ready to sleep. And like Pavlov's dog, your body will soon respond by turning out your lights almost as soon as your head hits the pillow. If you're in the habit of turning on the TV set at the foot of your bed and watching until sleep overtakes you, break the habit. You'll find that you're less likely to wake up in the middle of the night if you do, and that going to sleep will happen more swiftly. It's also best to go to bed and wake up at the same time of the day, weekdays and weekends. That way you're working in harmony with your body's clock. Like I told you, this one's going to be a little bit of a longer chapter. Hold on. And actually, that was it. That's the end. So they're talking about your sleep. So if you're not getting sleep, that could be the problem of why you're having issues in your life in general. Hey, Jeff B., good morning. Anyhow, I do want to say a couple more things. I know that one of the tactics that has been used in the past is the pity tactic. I'm not feeling good. I have a headache. Boo-hoo, poor me. And I'm not saying you don't. However, I've known you for almost 3 years on and off. And I know for a fact that every time you say you have an illness, you don't. Now, only you know whether those things are true or not. But all I'm saying is that I no longer fall for that stuff. I will pray for you. I will always pray for you. Even if you're my enemy, I'll pray for you. You know that about me. If you know anything. You also know my prayers get answered because you've actually come on and told people that. So, yes, I will always pray for you. I'm praying for you right now, actually, that you somehow stop pushing people away that try to get close to you and bond with you and then slander them and smear them all over YouTube. And that you can actually find that true friend. Maybe you have found that true friend. I hope you treat that person a lot better than you've ever treated me and a lot of other people. But yeah, so just so you know, every time you cry wolf, and I hear about it or somebody comes to me and says, "Oh, she's going through this," I don't buy it. I just don't. And if you are having that many problems, see a therapist or see a doctor, like a real therapist, one that deals with trauma bonding issues, attachment issues, things that result in a young child growing up to feel that they're the only one they can depend on and they need to not trust anybody and need to hurt them if they try to get too close. Deal with those issues. Oh, that's good, Jeff. You went to the chiropractor. Yeah. So anyhow, that's just some helpful advice to somebody that you probably won't take it from anyways. I do know that you watch my channel. I know that you visit my channel. And right now you're unblocked. And my husband's sitting right next to me. So if there's any issues with you being unblocked, I'm sure he can handle that. I'm sure a lot of people see me as a hypocrite right now because you were unblocked, because Richard is not blocked, because other people are all unblocked. That was my husband's choice. That had nothing to do with me. He runs the show now. We're already easing him into that position and place.
Can I take it for a second?
Yeah, he's going to take it for a while.
All right. I just woke up, so forgive me. This is the way it's going to work. From now until how many days are in this month? 31?
31.
Okay, from now until the end of the 30th, everybody will be unblocked. Things will be said. Things will be taken care of. Once our new channel starts, as long as I'm part of it, it won't be doing this. It won't be talking about other people. It won't be this game or cycle or whatever it is. It'll be a channel that is about doing what she was doing, reading her book, not having to defend herself, not me having to defend myself. The reason I did what I did last night was so that I could be done with all of you, and I am. I also believe in second chances. I believe in people being able to prove themselves. I mean, I've been doing it for years. That's the other reason I unblocked everybody. But try to understand this. if from now and the 30th and beyond, I guess, if you get blocked by me, as long as I am still a part of the new channel or this channel together with my wife, you will not be unblocked. There will not be any explaining why you got blocked or discussing why you got blocked, because if you get blocked, it's because you're a dump truck. We don't like dump trucks. So if you get blocked, and since I don't block without reason, you should automatically understand that you got blocked for doing or saying something you shouldn't have done or said. It's really simple. So if there's any qualms or anything else about why everybody's unblocked right now or why all that's going on, there shouldn't be, because I just explained it. Our new channel is going to be different, or at least that's what we're trying. It ain't going to be all this jazz crap that's been going on, because it's not who we are, it's not who we want to be, and it's not the presence we want to have on YouTube, I guess. So yeah, from now until the 30th, that's what it will be, if that makes sense. Hopefully
Yeah.
I explained that.
I think you did good. So basically, Pandora and all of the cronies and monkeys and whatever flying monkeys over there that she will later enlist to come and interrogate me and irritate me. You won't be part of the new channel. It won't be about this. But I have a right now to let you know what I think of your little videos that you did, and to admit I said those things or not, or to call you out on embellishing or cutting and pasting. I don't think that you did. I think you copied them or pasted them, posted them, whatever, exactly as they happened. Yes. The point is you betrayed a confidence, many confidences, and you've done it for years. And that's not cool. And that is just proving once again why I am no longer friends with you, why I no longer trust you, and why I will not partner with you on a channel. So there you go. How to become a member of my channel? I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. I have a membership, but I guess go to my homepage or something. I really don't know much about membership. That's something Pandora tried to help me do before we split. And I formed a membership where you can see all the private videos that I've hidden, which aren't many, but yeah. Oh, I like jazz, but not that kind of jazz. So I don't know. There's something to click on to be a member. I really don't understand it myself yet, Shalima. I'll look into that and let you know unless you find it out on your own. I'm not really sure how that all works. I'm not YouTube savvy in that way. This membership thing is Greek to me. I just know that it's a good thing if certain people want to see private videos that you don't want in public, to put them in the membership area where only the members can see them. So, but I will investigate that. And next time you come in, hopefully I will have an answer for you about how to become a member of my YouTube channel. You'll probably be the first one, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I have any other members. Ever since I started the membership, nobody's joined. So I was like, well, that was a bust.
Well, for the new channel, we might need to discuss that, because I have a different opinion of the new channel.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. So my husband said that we might have to discuss that among us, because he's probably not going to want those videos on there in the membership area. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how this new channel works. I'm glad to take my hands off of it for the most part, other than to read my books and talk about my videos and stuff that I do, because I'm sure he'll still want me to do narcissism videos, right? Yeah. So I'll still be doing my narcissism videos. But yeah, this stuff with Pandora, that won't be part of it. Right now it is, because it's not the new year yet. But yeah, and she's got to get it out of her system and smear me a little bit more, hundreds of times, before she feels complete. And I don't think she ever will. She'll probably continue the smearing on her channel on the side, like, for years to come, for all I know. That's what narcissists do. So yeah. Anywho,
Yeah, she's just one of my collection of people that have done this to me. But she obviously, I have to hand it to you, Pandora. You have taken the cake. You are the queen of this kind of thing. I've never been done this way to this extent by any of the people in my past, ever. It's just, you're good at what you do. You're good at being bad. I guess that's the way to put it. Isn't that what you always say? Good at being bad? Yeah, you're good at being bad. You've honed it to a fine science. I'm sure your church, your pastor, and all your buddies would be very proud of you. I just hope and pray that this is it for you, that I'm the last smear campaign you do, that I'm the last friend you betray. I'm the last person you share confidences on public media, social media with, or about, that you don't do your friends that way. So, yeah, let this be it. Let me be your final blow, okay? Your final parting blow, and be a better person from here on out. You don't need to be in my life to be a better person, and I prefer you're not. So, yeah, just do what you do. But let it end with me. Let me be the last one, the last victim. And just make yourself better and put your resources into positivity instead of all this blech. All right. So that's all I had to say. I just wanted to share that book with you guys. And come on and confront the well done videos to post my private messages. But as I said, remember that everything you share in private may not stay in private. Just be careful. You don't know who you're dealing with. So, but if you like being smeared, then Pandora's your guy. Go and get her. Have fun with that. All right, you guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.